Hi, welcome back to my channel. You're here with Dominique of Bash Beauty, and today I'll be reviewing a few drugstore products and then having a little showdown of a few Benefit brow products. So stay tuned for the finished look. I've been hearing such good things about the Maybelline Fit Me foundation that I wanted to give it a try and see if it could actually cover my hyperpigmentation. So here I am using the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, and I am applying that with a BH Cosmetics stipple brush. And I like to use the stipple brush instead of a beauty blender because it doesn't absorb as much product, and you can see me applying the product directly to my face. The only thing that I would say I didn't particularly like about this foundation is it does oxidize a bit. It did have a decent finish for the price, but with the oxidation, I was able to counteract that with concealer. Um, Also, a pump is necessary. It's really difficult to get this product out. I don't really like to apply my foundation to a beauty blender or to my brush. I like to apply it directly to my face so that I can not waste any of the product. So a spoon, a scoop, or something like how the Stila foundation is, or definitely a pump. Even something sold separately like would improve the application. So I've already applied the first layer. I'm going back in and applying the second layer. And I'm just stippling that in the areas that didn't seem like they were completely covered or evened out. So when you're applying your foundation, you do want to make sure that you blend all the way down the neck into the hairline and the ear area. And here I'm going back in with the concealer just to take some of the flatness out of my face and highlight the areas that I want to bring attention to. And again, I'm going back and stippling that in to achieve more of an even application. So I do really like the Age Rewind concealer. I will admit that I don't really use the Fit Me foundation as much anymore, mainly because I did purchase a few of the higher end HD foundations. Um, but I do find myself reaching for the Age Rewind often. Even if it's mixed with another concealer, I do like to use it just to like balance my foundation because it's never one shade, it's always something that I have to tweak. So here I am using the Physician Formula. It's a highlight slash like brown, not brown, a highlight slash like bronzer. Okay, for my lips, I am using a Jouer, I believe it's Jouer lip product that I picked up from Generation Beauty, and I'm just now kind of getting around to using it. I thought that a nice bold lip would be uh, a good way to kind of complete this look because I was going pretty basic to focus on the foundation and concealer and powder to see how those lasted throughout the day. So now it is time for the brows to complete this look. And this is a little bit of a challenge that I'm doing. My mom was asking me for a recommendation for a brow pencil, and she's super simple when it comes to makeup, so she wanted something really easy. So I picked up the Precisely My Brow Pencil with the Goof Proof Brow. You always want to make sure that you are brushing your brow hairs into place and that you're working with a clean canvas. And what I like to do is outline the bottom of the brow. And since this pencil is pretty sharp as far as the application goes, it's very thin, so it leaves lots of room for error, but also you can kind of go in and make those tiny, short, hair-like strokes with this one. So once you've set the base, you pretty much can just go in and fill in the brow however you want, or you can use a brow powder at this point. And you always want to make sure to blend. Even if you've made a mistake, you can always blend it in and go back and perfect your brow. Now that I'm happy with the shape, I'm going back in with the Age Rewind Concealer to clean up the underbrow area. I don't really like to use concealer above the brow, but if I feel I need that crisp line, I will go back in with a little bit of the foundation because it looks more natural. Okay, so now I'm ready for the other side, and I am using the Goof Proof Brow Pencil. So I probably should have mentioned that this pencil is in the shade number 3, and the Precisely My Brow is the shade number 5, because personally I just thought that my mom would prefer that one. But I did think that I would like the Precisely better, and I actually ended up liking the Goof Proof better. It may have had something to do with the shade, but I just really love the way that that brow came out. So just keep watching. So the cool part about this brow pencil is that it's angled, so you could use it sideways to create that perfect line. You can use it kind of dead on to shade in the brow area once you get your sort of template laid down. And you can also use the tip for those hair-like strokes. But the thing that I liked about this the most is that it gave my brows a really soft yet put together finish. So as you see, that was pretty much effortless. I'm kind of already satisfied with what I've laid down because I can always go back in with a, a brow tint or something and just finish that off. And it's like I'm not even wearing anything on my brows. So again, I'm going back in with the Age Rewind to clean up the underbrow area. And I'm using such a small amount to clean up. I don't really need to squeeze any extra product out. I'm just using whatever was left on the sponge. And that is the final look. So again, I started with the Precisely My Brow, and then that was in the shade 5. And then on the other side, I'm using the Goof Proof Brow Pencil, and that is shade number 3. Okay, so this is the final look. Sorry, every time I remove hair from my eyebrows, they always itch a little bit. So anyway, I did have my eyebrows waxed by a Benefit, what is it called? A Benefit specialist at the counter at Ulta, which is the Ulta that I used to work at a few years ago. So basically all of the Benefit brow wax, tint, whatever girls are licensed either estheticians or cosmetologists. So I'm a licensed master esthetician. At the time, I was a basic esthetician, and I kind of just covered because we were really short on people. So for the most part, I did facials and waxing and whatever. But anyway, so I did go back, and it's been a few months since. Damn, it may have even been like a year since I've waxed my eyebrows. I typically do them myself because I'm so meticulous, but I went ahead and let someone do it just to give me a kind of like a second opinion or starting over with a whole new like shape altogether. So typically I do like my brows to be a little bit thinner than this, but I do think that this is like my go-to, I fucked my brows up, let me get my life back together shape. It's like the perfect size and everything. If you haven't had your brows done by or at a Benefit counter, and it's your first time, I would definitely recommend going to one because they're very helpful. You learn a lot as far as the brow mapping and everything goes, so it's kind of like fail proof, but I do love Benefit, so I would definitely give that a try. But anyway, so today, this was basically like a showdown between the Goof Proof Brow Pencil, and this is the one that is sort of like a triangle at the end. It has a little bit of a point, but it's shaped at an angle so that you pretty much don't mess up. So if you're someone that is not that great at eyebrow shaping, or you're kind of a beginner, like this is your first brow pencil, I think I would go with the Goof Proof. There's another great one from It Cosmetics. And I'm typically like a taupe kind of person, but I let the associate at Sephora help me out with this, and she recommended shade 3. So the Goof Proof is on the right side. I really like the powdery finish, but I feel like I would still go back in with the Precisely My Brow, just because like I said, I'm meticulous and I like to have a little bit more control when it comes to that. This is for someone who doesn't want to spend a lot of time on their makeup, is in a rush. I would still totally use this in a rush because I just love the angle. But personally, I feel like it could be a tiny bit smaller. But I am going to give this product to my mom because she's not really seasoned in like brow shaping. So this will be great for her. And she does have a darker hair color, but I think this is better. I do like to have my brows like maybe a shade or two. I'm usually, well, according to my like hair color, I'm probably like a dark brown, medium dark brown, but I like to use taupe and like soft brown or ash browns, things like that. So it just, I don't know, it just looks better on me in my opinion. So you can kind of see the difference. This is the shade 3 on this side of the Goof Proof. And on this side is this product here, Precisely My Brow Pencil. So this is the one I picked up at first, hoping to do a review on Goof Proof. So Goof Proof is obviously not Goof Proof because I picked the wrong product up. So yeah, but I picked this up and I didn't realize that they came numbered. I just had been like seeing all of these kind of like surface in like the beauty blogger community. So I'm like, let me try this out. I haven't had Benefit brow products in a really long time. The only thing that I have right now is the highbrow pencil. And it's a little bit too pink for my skin color, but I got this for free at, what was that? It was Generation Beauty. So it came like as a little swag bag type of thing. So I do use it sometimes, but I have to use it super light. My favorite part about this product, and this is completely unrelated, favorite part about this product is that, so it highlights your brows, but it doesn't really look like you've used like concealer or anything, if you know kind of what I mean. It's almost like an invisible like lift. So I'm not sure. I need to look into this. I don't think it comes in another shade, but I would love a peach shade. So Benefit, just saying. And I'm not really that dark. I'm pretty golden, light, super light apricot tan. So I'm not sure. I'll look into that though. But anyway, so my final thoughts on the Goof Proof versus the Precisely My Brow. I think I would still go with Precisely My Brow, but I do wish I got it in shade 3. So I might just work with what I have. Yeah, they both look pretty good. I like how this one finished kind of like powdery finish, but that could just be because of the shade also, because it's a huge difference between 3 and 5. This is something I would never pick up, but it does look really good and it looks really natural, so that's kind of cool for me too. Overall, I feel like you can't really go wrong. It just depends on, with Benefit, what you're comfortable with. If you're new, go with the Goof Proof. If you have a little bit more experience, go with the smaller pencil. You can get more hair-like strokes. You can have a thick brow, thin brow, sharp, powdery finish. You can do a lot of things with that. And yeah, so that's it for that. If there's anything else that you would like to see, leave a comment on this video. And also, what's your favorite brow product? Anything you would like for me to review? Any trends that you've been seeing that you're just curious on creating? Just leave that down below. And thanks for watching.